Hello and welcome to another update video about Algorand. Algorand has reached the target of the last move. When we made the last video, we talked about this head and shoulders that you can probably better see on the 4-hour chart. So we had this head and shoulders pattern here. We talked about the price target. You still have that vertical line here on the chart from the last video. And the idea was that this could take us down to 67 cents. The price reached 68, right? So I think that was pretty accurate. So where are we with Algorand? It doesn't look good, yeah. So I don't think it's gonna hold here above the 67 cent level. I don't think so. So we had obviously here the target area on the chart here in blue. This was the price level I did expect the price to do a turnaround, but I also mentioned that if it drops below this level and even here below 67 cents, and it doesn't really look like it's already ending its correction, then we have to go to the next higher level wave pattern. And I think it's getting quite likely that we're going to go into my alternative target area down here that I already showed you in the last video, where we just have to assume the next higher level wave count. So we start at this swing low here back from March 2020 actually. And what we have to assume, that this wave count then is basically invalidated, that we have to assume that all of this here, yes, it was a 5-wave move to the upside, but that we then had, let me just put that on the chart, a massive, and that is the same wave count then as Bitcoin and as Cardano, that we had a wave A here to the downside in July, a wave B, a massively overshooting wave B, but still within the limits of what is possible, and a wave C to the downside. So that is then the alternative, and I think that is then also what is going to play out. This would allow the price to move into the area here between 40 cents, or let me just go to the left hand side where you can see it, 38 cents, that's the 88.7% fib level, and 63 cents, the 0.786 fib level. This is the area where I would now expect the price to go into. I mean, to be fair, we're not far away from that anymore, from the 63 cent level anyway. The price is moving into the direction. I can take that target area out here because it's not relevant anymore. It was under, it did shoot below it anyway. And here the weakness in the chart is also indicated by that, much lower low than it was before. I mean, some cryptos have made here in the most recent move a higher low. Algorand only made a lower low. It's below $1 now. Crazy prices actually, considering from where we actually were already. But there is no sign the downtrend is over really. We are still here in a you can add here a down, you can move that descending trend line here, make it a bit steeper. You can see how we are moving here in this descending trend line. You're actually in a descending wedge, which is a bullish reversal pattern. So at some point here, we would expect anyway the completion of the correction. I think we're in the last meters of that correction. So as you can see, a descending wedge, which is bullish, but it doesn't mean it needs to be breaking out to the upside tomorrow. But at the latest here at 40 cents or 38 cents, I would expect the turnaround. Yes, we're still quite far away from that 80 cents, but considering from where we are coming from 256, to be honest, it's not too far away. So this is my alternative, and this is, I think, where we're going to get to. Looking at what the indicators are telling us, just looking at the weekly chart, there is still on the weekly here a little bit more downside potential. The RSI can still drop a little bit lower. That would be very much in line with my idea of where the price could be going. Let's go to the 4-day chart, which is also very, very meaningful. On the 4-day chart, we are nearly oversold, so the downside potential though is minimal. The last few peaks here, they were rather minor compared to what we have now. So you can see also the RSI is dropping lower than the previous two lows, but it can go all the way down to 30 or even a little bit lower. So there is still scope. On the 2-day chart actually as well, it was trying to do a bit of a bullish crossover, but that was stopped anyway, just moving a little bit sideways, so wouldn't pay too much attention to it. And on the RSI, yes, also a little bit more downside potential, not too much more. And on the daily, also the downside potential here is limited. So we could maybe expect a little bit of a a recovery on the day because of the daily chart it being quite low. So before it can drop lower, it either needs to move sideways or recover a little bit. That would be here my view. And overall, the more imminent price chart here on the 4-hour chart, that would confirm what I just said, because we can see that the 4-hour chart momentum on the MACD is already pushing higher, indicating small price increases. And on the RSI as well, the price has pushed, or the RSI has pushed into the bullish range. But what can the price realistically do? Probably not too much. I mean, it probably can retest here the resistance line of that channel at around 85, 86 cents. That the low is in. I would only want to talk about that as soon as the price has made a higher low at some point. I mean, a major higher low, yeah, from this sort of wave degree here, yeah. Not every minor wave, but from this wave degree, and then also higher high and a higher low, and it has moved above $1.10, so this previous high. Yeah, that's my view here on Algorand. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, maybe check out the channel membership for access to Discord, Telegram, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.